The topic is rescaling data. So let's read the definition. The definition says if you add a constant c to each value of data x, then you add the same constant to the mean, the Q1, median, Q3, and max. However, the range and IQR do not change. Now what about multiplying? Multiplying each value of the data will multiply everything by C. See the mean, Q1, all the way, even the range, the IQR, and the standard of deviation will be multiplied by the same constant. So let's do this example. Here are the summary statistics for the weekly payroll of a small company. And then they give us the lowest salary, which is $300. The median is $500, the range is $1,200, the IQR is $600, and so on. So the question is, question A, do you think the distribution of salaries is symmetric, skewed to the left or skewed to the right? So what we need to know, there are three cases. If the mean is bigger than the median, then it's always going to be skewed to the right. If the mean is smaller than the median, it's skewed to the left. If the mean is almost equal to the median, then it's symmetric. So let's see which case we have here. The mean is $700. The median is $500. So mean is $700. Median is $500. So mean is bigger than median, therefore skewed to the right. In other words, this case, first case. Alright, now next question. Between what two values are the middle 50% of the salaries found? Now we know that there's a min, here's a max, Q1, right? And then there's a median, and then there's Q3, and then there's a max, and we know that between each two, 25%. So 25% of data here, 25% of data between Q1 and median, 25% between median and Q3, 25% between Q3 and max. So there's a 50, the middle 50%, we always mean it's right here between Q1. The middle 50% of data is always between Q1 and Q3. But let's see if we have Q1 and Q3. We have Q1, so we know that Q1 is equal to 350. Q3 is not given, however, the IQR is given. IQR is right here, 600. But we know that the IQR is equal Q3 minus Q1, therefore we can find Q3. So Q3 is equal IQR. Just add Q1 to both sides. Just add Q1 here and then add Q1 here. You'll get IQR plus Q1 is equal Q3. I just wrote it the other way around. So Q3 will be equal IQR, we said 600 plus 350. So Q3 is 950. So the middle 50%, so therefore the answer will be middle 50% of data is between, let's call it X, between Q1, which is 350, and Q3, which is 950. Right? So this is the middle 50%. Right? 50% of X. It's better, of all data. All right, now next question C. Suppose business has been good that the company gives every employee $50 raise. Tell the new value of each of the new summaries. So let's just write each one of them. I like to start with the min. So the new min, well, let me do it this way. The min, the old min first. Old min is $300. The mean salary is 700. The median is 500. So I'm not gonna write the range. The Q1 is 350. Well, what are we missing? We're missing Q3, but we already found that one. Q3 is 950, right? Now let's do the spread stuff. Well, the max, even the max we can find, but I don't know if they ask us to find it, but let's just put it max. To find the max, the min is, where is the min? The min is 300, and then the range, let's write the range here. The range is $1,200. The IQR is 600. Standard deviation is 400. I don't know if you see this. Range is 1200, min is 300, so max will be 900, even though it's not given, right? Well, no. Max will be 1200 plus 300 will be 1500. Right? If you want to know why, let me write it here, because range is max minus min. So we were looking for what? Max. So the max is the min plus range. So the range plus the min. And that's how I found it's 1500. It's 1200 plus 300, which is 1500. Alright, now remember, we're going to use this part of the definition, adding a constant. What's going to happen? All the min will be added. We will add the $50 raise to each one of them. So this will be plus 50. This will be plus 50. This will be plus 50. Plus 50. Plus 50. Plus 50. However, it says the range, anything about the spread doesn't change. So the range doesn't change, stays 1200, IQR stays same thing, standard deviation stays the same number. So, I mean, just add these numbers. This will be what? 400. 950 plus 50 will be 1000. 1550. Just add in a number. Same thing here for the min. We add, we get 350. 750. 500 plus 50 is 550. Right? Pretty easy. Now here's the tricky question. Instead, suppose the company gives each employee a 10% raise. Tell the new value of each of the summary statistics. Even though it says gives each employee 10%, we're not adding a constant. See, 10%, to add 10% of each salary, it depends how much money you make. If an employee makes a lot of money, the 10% is a lot. So, however, adding a 10%, let me just show you here. So let's assume you took any value, x, any value out of the data. It doesn't matter whether it's spread or whatever. Any value. What does it mean add 10%? 10% of x. This means this is the same thing as x plus 0.10 times x. If you factor the x, you get 1 plus 0.10 which means add 1 plus 0.10 is 1.10x. So actually adding 10% is the same thing as multiplying each value by 10. So we're going to use this part of the definition. Multiplying. So when you multiply, it means multiply everything. Even the spread, you're going to multiply it by 1.10. So the min will be, what did we say? 300, but it's 300 times 1.10. We'll do that later. The mean will be 700 times 1.10. So we multiply everything by 1.10, even the spread. The median